Alright, so this is another part of the video. We decided to wire the BMS for the first time, and here is the BMS I told you earlier on the other video. I can't pronounce it. Shenzhen is a 4S LiFePO4 3.2 300 amps. So wired it and use my Nissan Leaf battery wires with the sensors there and connected it. So what I did, this is a 4S 2P. The negatives here, the positives here. So all this I just is a temporal tacking to see if the BMS is working, but it's passing through the BMS. So this is the C minus, comes to my AIMS charger. So this one can charge. The batteries are generic flood lead acid batteries, gel AGMs, but just by matter of changing the dip switches here, and you can regulate. Now it's on 0, that's going to be lithium and phosphate batteries. So we have it set, and here is the amps. You can crank it more to give you, I think it's a 70 something amps. You can look at it. You can put out 75 amps on 12 volts. It does 24 volts as well, so it just split in the middle. So these are the settings for you guys never had or have. This one doesn't have the manual anymore, so this is what you set it for. So it's supposed to be charging at, this battery is supposed to charge at 14, because the 3.5 times 4 gives you 14 volts. So I just regulate the amps coming out, because it seems like the BMS is kind of slow. BMS is slowing down for some reason, and this one came with it when I bought it. What I use, and it seems like it's getting warm. It says 100 amps. This is cheap. Don't ever trust these guys. So, doesn't work. It gets so warm, so I reduce the amps, the current's coming in to this. But I'm gonna find out soon how the balancer works. I think it has little LEDs or small LEDs here, I suppose. There's no indication showing me that it's working. Or you can see the B1, B minus, B1, B2, B3, B4. So I think there's little LEDs there. So I tie this thing, double wires, go to the bus right there. And I'm just here in a standby, seeing how everything is going. And maybe we'll turn this fluke and see what's the voltage on the batteries, because the charger has an automatic voltage sense when it reaches to for LiFePO4 batteries. It's just stop. You can't continue charging anymore. So we'll see how we can play with this with one hand, if it's gonna work for us. I don't know if you catch there, but we tested voltage was 13 volt. See, 13.2 is charging, and so I can't turn the amperage so high because of these useless breaker. This one came with it, all these units used, and this guy's supposed to take more. It's not even hot because this thing I think is a 70 amp charger. It has a 12 and 24 volt. So, and it can deliver that kind of power because the speed control is gonna dial down right away. It seems like since the batteries are not balanced, other cells probably be higher than the other ones, and it cannot drop. To maintain the full speed of the fan like this, so that tells me there is no limitation. Then I have to dial the charging current, the output. So now crank it up a little bit. I don't know if it's 50% or whatever it is, but it's gonna look at that big turbo transformer in there. Else the fan is just gonna dial down right away, and when it's charged, it's just shut off completely. So this is what we have here, and playing with this. So I hope I'm gonna see some LEDs on that BMS B- over there if the balancer kicks in. So there we go. It's all mess. It's late night show right here, JW Solar USA at the command center in Minnesota. So first time using AIMS. So we're doing our thing here, see how we can charge these batteries. So what I did, guys, I know a lot of guys never done this. I use 2 leads because the 2 strings there. I use 2 leads. So I'm charging and balancing the battery simultaneously, all 8 of those batteries. So 4S 2P. So that's what I'm doing. You gotta take advantage of everything if you know how to walk it. So I decided to come up with this idea. I've never seen anyone does this, so it's always an experiment when it comes to JW Solar USA. Experimental, but you have to be careful, caution. So I can't leave this thing around here. I have to be here because I don't want anything to happen. If something about to happen, I can able to stop it right away. Okay, so it's a disconnect here. So disconnect, shut off here. So shut off there, and the outlets it plugs to, it has a breaker. It's gonna shut off, and everything is just gonna go smoothly as planned. So we got a BMS in here, and the only thing, I don't have to mess with the computer, I don't have to mess with the software, I don't have to mess with the phone, I don't have to be frustrated about something like other people, because there are things you don't even know what's that supposed to mean, what this setting is, you don't know. So you just have to go with it. So are you damaging your batteries, or are you on the safe side, or maybe the settings are too high for you, you know? But what are you going to do? You don't understand the language, and you don't know what you're doing. You don't have a manual. These are all the problems you're going to be facing. You know, these people don't give you no manual. because they don't want you to know more or too much, which you can go about, do some alteration. They cap you into the software, you know, you can do much. So I'd rather go with something that doesn't have no programming. The self-program is there, set as a safe function, and when the time comes, shut up, that's okay, as long as it's controlling the charge over there. That's all matters. And after that, we're going to check the cells individually to see if this thing really works. Alright? Like and subscribe. JW Solar USA, live from Minnesota. First BMS in and is running. I increase the amps again a little bit here to see how he's going to handle it. See what I'm saying? I increase the amps and shut up, like too much amps going in. There you go. So I have to dial this thing down a little bit, probably because the battery's on balance, or just probably because of this guy here, because it's getting warm. So I can't put the full power. I have to drop this thing down a little bit. Hi, Vanda Command Center of JW Solar USA. I started seeing few lights activated down there, and there's a flashing light. I don't know what it is, but I think the balancing process is taking in place. So it was totally dead, no lights, no nothing. I don't know if the BMS is working, but seems like that because it's passing power to the batteries. As I measure the voltage on the batteries, and everything was just coming in and everything was fine. And I can see from the inverter, and we have 54 to 59 amps coming in, and the batteries are on 13.8. so it started shooting the balancing, or the BMS is activated. And mind you guys, this is the Magnum, my 12-volt Magnum. The 1012 is the one taking care of business here. It's a nighttime, late night show right here, JW Solar USA. That's the BMS. I don't want to use more lights because you guys can able to see the flashing. Well, now you can see it's active now. You can see two lights, and I saw a third one, and this one is flashing more frequently now. Yeah. So this one I don't have to go and change the settings and the software or blah blah blah, whatever it is. I don't have time for it. Sitting down babysitting some batteries and BMS. So if it's a plug and play, put it right there, hook it up into all modules, it's fine. And the heatsink is not even warm at all because it's not receiving the power that it's supposed to, because it's capable of taking more power, up to 200 and 300 amps of charge. So guys, what I've done here, I don't think anyone have done it, or maybe I haven't checked, but I want to keep the credit to myself, because I thought it's an invention. I invent that in a way. Is two strings, okay? It's two strings. It's a 4S 2P. So this one is a 12 volts here, 12 volt there. It came to a parallel here, the positives, parallel here, the negatives. So I made my wire from the Nissan Leaf battery on box, or I dismantled years ago, few of them. So I decided to keep the wires, and the one that goes to the balance leads, see. So I use them and create for two batteries, two wires for two batteries, two wires for two batteries. So I can able to balance. They're in series, where I can able to balance the battery using one BMS, which I'm supposed to be doing. Like this is this 4S supposed to have its own BMS, 4S supposed to have its own BMS, but I combined it. That's what I did. I combined it. So I made two leads instead of one. Total of 5 leads. If you look at here, it's 5 of them here. You have the black, you have the red, and 2 and 3 whites here. See that? This is a black and this is a red right here. So I end up having them a pair of 5, which is 10. If I have 5 pairs, so that will be, each wire lead is going to 2 wires. So I'm sharing the voltage, over voltage, under voltage, over current, or whatever, is sharing between 2 batteries, while one wire is sharing on 2 batteries. I don't know if I can able to explain it better, but if you get what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. So you can tell here, the black is supposed to be only 1 wire, so I get them 2 of them, like a Y, and I use the ferrules on the other side. Then I got 2 blacks here, 2 blacks even on the red side. That's a purple one I use for red, so 2 of them here. So each wire coming from the BMS is being shared. That's why you see all those black tapes. 1 wire from the BMS is sharing on 2 wires to balance another set of batteries, instead of just 1. You know, instead of having 2 BMSs, I'm utilizing 1 BMS to do all the job. So this is all the flashing going on right here, JW Solar USA, our first BMS, and this is the first one we are charging on. And we had few of them before with the near active balancer. For some reason, I don't know, I'm not too lucky with that. And listen to other people that already had them, it's like a whole bunch of headache because of software, whatever, this and that and this and that. I was just tired. I didn't even install it. I gave it away. Okay, JKBMS is a mess, so I don't even have time for this kind of craziness. So if this is the only thing that works, I might probably use BMS on these LiFePO4 batteries. Yeah. Okay, now we started having running lights. Check this out. It's a disco. Come on. Who's a DJ? DJ JW Solo USA has already put the BMS into disco. I can't believe that. We made a disco. Let's go dancing. That's crazy, huh? Finally, they're flashing like crazy. So, I think this is what I'm dealing with here, guys. I think the balancing is taking place now, and everything, whatever those lights indicators are for, I don't have no idea. But it seems like they're running. Now they're going to town. Yeah. Well, this is what it is, and this is how we're gonna end the video. First, let me say successful BMS. Let's see how it works. You can check that on the description below where I got the BMS, and make sure you subscribe, like, and share. So support us with this. BatteryHookup.com. You can use my promo code. Alright? Take care. Love you guys all. Bye for now. I don't know what the disco lights are for, but he's going to town. Yeah. Now they started going crazy. I hope it's a good sign. I hope it's a good sign. You guys that know more about this, Xiaoxiang BMS, that's how it's called or it's pronounced. I leave that with you guys. Make that decision for me. Take care. If you like what you see, subscribe, share this video, and stay tuned for more to come. Boy, they're going to town. Seems like cops. Cops are chasing my BMS. Come on, boys. Run, run. Xiaoxiang, run. They're coming for you. There we go. You're going to town. Ha ha ha. This is crazy. See that? That's why I kept the video going. Now look at how fast they're going. It was so quiet before, like nothing was there. Well, we're going to do some temperature tests here, make sure everything is okay. Terminals are cool to the touch. Batteries are cool to the touch. And I think we're still bringing some power here. Let's check this guy here. Oh, okay. Okay, it'll reach about 14.5. So that's why I think it's doing the top balancing now. Oh boy. Popo is chasing them. Look at that. Run! Run, Lithium, run! It's fun watching now. Oh, they're chasing the lithium batteries. Don't stand. Keep running. They're coming. They're coming. They're chasing you on the highway. We don't need no cheap BMS. Let's see how far. Let's see how you can withstand this. They're coming for you. Yeah. Xiaoxiang, if that's how you call it. You just created the police behind you. They're coming. They're chasing you. I hope you're okay. I hope this one is a good one. Oh, you're gonna be arrested. Make sure you treat those batteries good. because the popo are right behind you. That's how other people call the police in America. So I'm just making fun. I hope you don't take it personal. This is we gotta all watch without play. It said make Jack a dull boy. So this is just fun. I hope someone don't get that offended. Yeah, I haven't seen anything earlier, nothing, and no LED, no indication. I plugged the cable. I thought I saw a little flash, but kind of like a purple. It disappeared. I don't know. So I was kind of worried. There's no manual. There's nothing. There's nothing to read. I didn't go about checking about this thing, and like I said, I don't care that much. But just because of these batteries, lithium-ion phosphate batteries, they will never be the same at all. So check out my video, the part 1, and this is the part 2 we just posted video right now as we're filming this. This one's gonna be part 3. So the voltage is rising to the 14 point something. The lights are flashing really faster. I want to see if it's gonna cut off by itself and it's not gonna be in that over voltage. So let's check it out and see what it is. Check the meter again, how much power we bringing here. Alright, it's winding down. I think it's 14.5 at 15 amps now, and these boys are going to town. They're on the run in a disco. Yeah, disco nights. Like and subscribe. Bye for now. Don't forget to share the video and stay tuned for more to come live from this channel. It's winding down. Magnum sign. Magnum is doing his thing.